So Sean Collins is an attorney in Fulton County, Georgia, and he joins us now live. Sean, thank you so much for your time today. Good to be with you. So we were just listening to what Alex was saying and how Trump really has seized on this moment. And we all watched together, the entire nation, and we watched him basically be processed in 20 minutes. There were no handcuffs. He was booked and he was fingerprinted. There was a mugshot. But Sean, you work here in Atlanta. Tell us, what is the process typically like for the average Joe who is picked up and then booked and processed at the Rice Street facility? What are they up against?
Well, first, thank you for having me. Secondly, 20 minutes, 24 minutes, whatever it was, extraordinary. That is the opposite of what everybody else goes through, because what everybody else goes through is an entire process. And that process in Fulton County is notoriously slow. I've never seen anything in the likes of 24 minutes. It generally takes, just to get bonded out, after you've already seen the judge, after you've already been processed in, it generally takes anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. So for him to walk in and walk out was pretty extraordinary.
Wow. Okay. So 12 to 14 hours, which is maybe what we're seeing here with one of the co-defendants, Harrison Floyd, who has been held in this jail. I don't know, Sean, if you know what is going on with his case, why he's still there, whether or not he has counsel, or whether he just couldn't make bond. Do we have any updates on Harrison Floyd?
Well, so far the docket hasn't shown anything, but if I had to guess, I would say it wasn't that Fulton County, which is very, very well known for making mistakes. There's something behind the scenes that we don't know. And I would guess that in the next 2 or 3 days, or maybe the next 24 hours, it'll come to light. But as of right now, there's something going on. And it's certainly not transparent.
And because you said that you checked the docket and there is no case lined up for him, he will spend the weekend in jail.
Well, the way that it works is that you can't hold somebody in custody longer than 72 hours without giving them a bond, which would then be posted on the docket. If that occurs, they immediately get a bond based on their own recognizance. So we'll know here very shortly exactly what's going on.
All right. I want to go ahead and move on now to the judge in this case, Scott McAfee. What do you know about him? How long has he been in his position? And is he ready to handle a huge case like this?
So that's a good question, and there's been a lot of questions about his history. He has a long history of being in the law. He has a short history of being on the bench. That said, he's not an individual who's going to back away. He's not an individual who's going to be intimidated by some of the bullying tactics that Alex referred to earlier. He's somebody who's going to apply the law and do his best to be fair to both sides and be partial, but rule the way that he feels accordingly. And that's what makes him a really good judge. Judge McBurney, on the other hand, who has been really dealing with a lot of what's going on, he's been there for a long time. They are both extremely good judges.
So now that cameras are going to be allowed in the courtroom, how do we think this is all going to play out? How do you think that is going to impact this case?
I don't think it's going to impact the case. I think it's going to impact the political parameters of the case. And what I mean by that is it's good that we have cameras in the courtroom, because we should all want transparency when it comes to a former president being indicted and going through trial. Now, that said, and as both you and Alex alluded to earlier, former President Trump knows how to capitalize on anything and everything that can build his base and get him donations, because that's really how he's funding all this, is donations. So I don't think the cameras are going to affect the case. I think it's going to affect his ability or inability to run for president next year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a good distinction. And before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about the jury. Can you seat an impartial jury in a case like this?
Well, that depends. So obviously, certain players have already tried to remove the federal court, which would then bring a larger jury pool encompassing more of Metro Atlanta. So, for instance, I believe in Fulton County last year, or in the presidency. You have to forgive me, I'm dealing with a cold. 22% of Fulton County voted for Donald Trump. Forsyth County, 66% voted for Donald Trump. So what he would get is a bigger jury pool. Could he get a non-biased jury pool in Fulton County? Absolutely. Are the chances better that he gets it if he expands that geographic location? Absolutely.
All right, Sean Collins is an attorney here in Fulton County, Georgia. Sean, I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for coming on today to talk with us.